Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance. Today we step into the spotlight with one of the Dominion's most unpredictable and electrifying warriors, Peech. Don't let the theatrics fool you. Behind that dazzling performance is a chaos fighter who can shatter enemy formations, strip their defenses, and turn their own strength against them. She's not just here to fight, she's here to dominate the battlefield with a mix of ruthless precision and relentless flair. If you think you've seen control, disruption, and raw damage rolled into one hero before, think again. This is Peech's stage, and everyone else is just playing their part. So let's dive deep to fully understand her. Now the first skill. Name, Theater of Pain. Type, knockback, control. Description, max level. Damage per strike, 49,234, 60% fizz. At plus 4,800. Strikes the nearest enemy 3 times. Each strike deals physical area damage and slightly pushes back affected enemies. Passive, Peech increases the range of her basic attacks and the area of effect of her basic attacks and first skill by 25% for each Chaos ally the hero starts the battle with. Theater of Pain is Peech's primary offensive and control tool, and it's as vicious as it sounds. She targets the nearest enemy and strikes them 3 times in quick succession, each hit dealing significant physical area damage. Because it's area damage, any enemies close to her target are also hit, making it a strong skill for disrupting clustered teams. On top of the raw damage, each strike has a knockback effect, it slightly pushes enemies away. While the push isn't massive, it can interrupt enemy attacks and break up tight formations. In certain matchups, this micro-control can be enough to delay an enemy's ultimate or stop a dangerous skill from going off. Now here's the hidden power, her passive bonus tied to Chaos allies. At the start of battle, Peech checks how many Chaos allies are on your team. For each one, she boosts the range of her basic attacks and the size of her Theater of Pain area effect by 25%. With just 2 Chaos allies, that's already a 50% increase in range, so let's say Peech does 20k damage per strike, with 2 Chaos allies starting battle with her it will increase to 30k per strike, enough to let her hit from safer positions and strike multiple enemies who thought they were out of reach. This synergy makes team composition extremely important. Pairing Peech with other Chaos heroes like Kayla, Astaroth or Lars not only makes her hit harder across a wider area but also keeps her safer, as she can contribute from further back while still landing devastating blows. Combined with heroes who boost physical attack, for example, Nebula, Dorian or Sebastian for sustained buffing, she becomes a true area damage menace. In short, Theater of Pain is both a weapon and a wedge, it hits hard, scatters the enemy, and becomes even more terrifying when backed by Chaos allies. Now the second skill. Name, Harlequin's Punishment. Type, buff, debuff. Description, max level. Damage, 45,428, 50% fizz. At plus 8,400. Armor reduction, 50%. Physical or magic attack increase, 50% of the target's armor. Deals physical damage to the enemy with the highest armor. Then, for 9.0 seconds, reduces the target's armor and increases the physical or magic attack of all allies whose intelligence exceeds that of the target by a percentage of the target's current armor. Allies gain a boost to the stat that was higher at the start of the battle. Harlequin's Punishment is where Peech stops being just a fighter and becomes a team-wide damage amplifier. She starts by identifying the enemy with the highest armor, usually a frontline tank like Aurora, Rufus, or Corvus, and hits them with solid physical damage. But the real magic happens after the hit. For 9 full seconds, she slices that target's armor in half. That alone is already a nightmare for tanks, as it makes them far more vulnerable to all incoming physical damage. But Peech takes it further. She turns that shredded armor into raw offensive power for her team. Here's how. If an ally's intelligence is higher than the target's intelligence, Peech boosts that ally's physical or magic attack, whichever was higher at the start of the battle, by 50% of the target's current armor. This means the beefier the enemy tank, the bigger the buff your allies receive. Essentially, Peech turns enemy durability into your team's firepower. And because this boost applies to both physical and magical teams depending on composition, Peech is extremely flexible as a buffer. She's equally deadly in a full physical comp with heroes like Kayla, Dante, or Yasmin, and in magical heavy squads alongside Folio, Amira, or Zesha. This is Peech at her most supportive aggressive. She's not just chipping away at the enemy, she's weaponizing their defenses to supercharge her own team's offense. Now the third skill. Name, the final act. Type, debuff. Description, max level. Physical attack steel, 12,908, 15% fizz. At plus 1800, every 0.5 seconds. Links herself to the enemy with the highest physical attack for 6.0 seconds. The target is unable to move, and Peech steals a portion of their physical attack every 0.5 seconds. Peech retains the stolen physical attack for 6.0 seconds after the effect ends or is interrupted. This ability does not prevent heroes from fighting but is interrupted if Peech is subjected to a control effect. The final act is Peech's direct assault on the enemy's main damage dealer. She scans the battlefield, locks onto the enemy with the highest physical attack, usually a heavy hitter like Dante, Ishmael, or Kayla, and literally chains herself to them for 6 seconds. While linked, the target can't move, which alone can ruin positioning and disrupt combos. But the real power here is in the steal mechanic. Every half second, Peech drains a chunk of their physical attack and adds it to her own. This is a double punishment. The target loses offensive power while Peech's own damage skyrockets. Even after the link ends, Peech keeps the stolen physical attack for another 6 seconds, giving her a strong damage spike window to finish off weakened enemies or pressure their backline. Why it's a debuff powerhouse? This isn't just about boosting Peech's stats, it's about crippling the enemy's primary source of physical damage. In a single cast, she can turn an enemy carry into a harmless bystander while flipping the power in your favor. Against burst-reliant heroes, that's often the difference between victory and defeat. In short, the final act is Peech's way of saying, "Your carry. It's mine now." She weakens their offense, strengthens her own, and can completely tilt the momentum of the battle in those 6 critical seconds. Now the fourth skill. Name, stage presence. Type, passive. Description, max level. Damage bonus per ally, 12,308, 15% fizz. At plus 1,200. Damage bonus per chaos ally, 13,508, 15% fizz. At plus 2,400. Passive skill. Each ally positioned in front of Peech at the moment of the attack increases all damage the hero deals. The bonus is greater if an ally belongs to the Chaos faction. Only the allies that Peech started the battle with are counted. Stage presence is Peech's silent but deadly amplifier, a passive that constantly boosts her damage output based on positioning and team composition. Whenever Peech attacks, she checks which allies are positioned in front of her on the battlefield at that exact moment. For each one, she gains a flat bonus to all the damage she deals. If the ally is part of the Chaos faction, the bonus is even larger. This means Peech thrives when she's positioned behind tanks or bruisers who can stay alive and hold their ground. The more allies she has in front, the harder she hits, and the effect applies to all her attacks, from basic strikes to skill damage. The Chaos synergy here is huge. If your front line is made up of Chaos heroes like Kayla, Astaroth, Peech's stage presence bonus jumps to the stronger Chaos value. This can create a snowball effect when combined with her other skills. More damage from stage presence means bigger hits from Theater of Pain, first skill, more deadly spikes after the final act, third skill, and a more punishing armor debuff from Harlequin's punishment, second skill. Stage presence is the glue that ties Peech's kit together. It turns good hits into lethal strikes and makes her already dangerous kit scale even harder with smart team building. Now let's move on to her glyphs. The very first one you should upgrade is physical attack. This is Peech's #1 source of power. Without physical attack, Peech loses her bite, she becomes just a buffer or debuffer. And let's be honest, she's not here just for that. Peech is here to destroy enemy formations, so physical attack must come first. Once that's in place, shift to armor penetration. As we've seen from her skills, she already lowers enemy armor and increases her allies' damage. Armor penetration is vital for making sure Peech, and her team, hit even harder. The more penetration you stack, the more devastating each strike becomes. Next is health. A dead hero is useless, so improving her health glyph keeps her alive longer and standing strong in the heat of battle. After that, focus on her agility glyph. Agility is Peech's main stat, improving her overall survivability and making her harder to take down. Last in glyph priority is dodge. It's still valuable, but our main goal is to maximize Peech's damage, boost her allies, and keep her alive. Keep all her glyphs at level 40 unless you're chasing class-specific bonuses. Now, onto artifacts. Her book Alchemist's Folio is the top priority, and it's absolutely essential. With plus 10,000 armor penetration and plus 3,561 physical attack, this artifact supercharges Peech's damage potential. On top of all her armor penetration skills, the folio amplifies her threat even further. Don't waste time here, max it first. Next comes her agility ring. Almost plus 4,000 agility is a huge boost to her survivability and sustainability in battle. Last is her weapon artifact, Heartbreaker. Yes, it boosts the team's armor by plus 32,000 for 9 seconds when activated, and armor is good, but physical attack, armor penetration, and agility are what keep Peech both deadly and alive. That's why her weapon comes last in priority. Now for skins. Peech currently has 3, her default skin, her health skin, and the crushing skin. Your first focus should be her health skin. It's a massive plus 100,000 boost to her HP and is critical for keeping her alive long enough to do her job. After that, invest in her default skin for agility, which further boosts her survivability and consistency in battle. Finally, work on her crushing skin. This one's special, under 50% health, Peech triggers extra damage, making her even deadlier when she's hurt. If Peech ever gets a physical attack or armor penetration skin in the future, those should take absolute priority. Never forget what Peech is here for. Gift of the Elements is straightforward, max her agility. No debate here, it's her main stat and improves her across the board. Now let's talk talismans. Right now, Peech only has one, the Talisman of Actress, but a second will be coming soon. Actress is perfect for her, with agility and physical attack as the main stats, both directly tied to her performance. Even without a talisman, Peech is still fantastic, but with it, she gains roughly 11,000 extra physical attack, which is huge. But remember, no hero is invincible in Hero Wars Alliance. That's where the fun comes in. Sebastian is a strong counter, stripping away Peech's buffs. Jorgen can block her energy, stopping her from unleashing her ultimate. Tempest can literally freeze her in time, keeping her harmless. And Satori, with his fox marks, can quickly turn her aggression into her downfall. As for her top 5 teams, Peech is such a versatile hero that we'll be giving her a dedicated top 5 teams video to explore those combinations in full detail. And there you have it, Guardians, the power, the strategy, and the flair of Peech brought to life. If you enjoyed diving into her kit and want to see more guides like this, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss the next battle plan. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.